Having a part-time job at a young age can help you learn about the real world before we actually even get into it. So having a part-time job, there are many different reasons that you can have one, and I myself do have one. A lot of reasons that high school kids go out and get part-time jobs is so that they have money for college, and a lot of people save up within 2 to 3 years in advance. I have been having a part-time job since I was a sophomore in high school, ever since I turned 16. On my 16th birthday, my parents told me that I needed to go out and get a job and that it was going to be my responsibility to start paying for more things. Another reason to have a part-time job is to have a stable cash flow. As an 18-year-old at my job, I make $8 an hour. So I work only on the weekends due to sports and homework assignments. Therefore, I only make about $190 every 2 weeks, which is enough for me because I don't go out very much and all I do is pay for gas. So that's my gas money. And then if I want to go out with my friends, I have extra spending money. Another reason to have a part-time job is you do get a break from your student life. You have a total different setting to go into on the weekends. At least I do. I've made many different friends, some that I find out different things that I'd already known them, and then I get to see where they are now. And I also get to meet kids my age, I meet people in college, I meet people that are adults that give me life advice so that I don't make the same mistakes that they did, so that I can have success. The next one, I had make new friends. I have made a lot of friends. Some benefits that are offered throughout your job can be certain things such as getting discounts at stores. I know that I get like a 25 to 30% discount at Payless whenever I buy new work shoes. Thank goodness, because those are the ugliest things I've ever had to buy. Also, another benefit or a reason to have a job is you don't have to ask your parents for money. And ever since that I've had a job, I have not had a curfew. I've never had to ask them to pay for anything for me to go out. If I want to go shopping, I buy my own clothes, which is also, it's like letting me off of the leash, which is the reason that I like having a job, is because I don't feel that I'm being held by my parents to do everything that they want me to do, and I don't have to tell them everywhere that I'm going, because they feel that I'm responsible enough to have a job, make my own money, and that if I run out, it's my problem, not theirs. Also, more freedom. Like I said, I don't have curfew. I'm responsible enough to know when to come home and when to stay out. Because if I have to get up at work at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm not gonna stay out till 4 and do like hanging out with my friends and stuff, because that's not responsible. Also, another reason to have a job is back to the real world thing. You learn about the world before you actually get into it. Like I said, you learn time management skills. So that means that you have to go to work on the weekends like I do, and then if you have homework that is due within the next week, if I get off at 3, then I'm gonna spend a certain amount of time working on my homework from 3 to whenever it gets done, and still make time to go hang out with my friends and be a kid while I still am. Another reason to have a job is that it was found that kids that have high school jobs can also have better grades than those who do. This goes back to time management, because people that, like kids my age that don't have a job, they can go all weekend, procrastinate. They aren't actually on like a schedule to do anything. So they'll procrastinate and then they'll just stress themselves out. But kids like me that have a part-time job, I feel that I have really well time management skills, and that I can schedule my time out on my weekends to get my stuff done. And also the real world experience, which is this one. The real world is kind of scary for kids at our age, because we've never had to experience that, and especially coming from a small town, it's something that it really does scare us. So if you have a part-time job and you get out into a whole different setting with new people, without the people that you see every day, like some of the people in this room, there are different things that I have to learn in order to be successful wherever I am. So I have to learn how to handle responsibility. I have to learn how to manage everything that's on my plate, whether it's a small plate that's overloaded or whether it's a big plate that has little things on it, small portions. I also have to learn how to work as a team, which I know that you can also learn how to do that within sports, but getting out into a job is completely different. When you're working as a team, you're working to get something done within the day, so that you can all go home at the right time and get back to your normal lives. But working as a team in sports is to accomplish one goal, and that's a goal that you're supposed to set at the beginning of your seasons. You also learn the importance of money management. So if I'm only bringing in $190 every 2 weeks, I can't go spend $300 shopping with my friends on that weekend, simply because I just don't have enough, and if I don't have any gas to get to work that next weekend, and then going to school. You also have to learn how to prioritize. Priorities are a really big thing in my household, at least, because you have to know whether you're going to spend time with your friends, you're going to not get your homework done, and it's basically hard sometimes, and it's just something that I've had to learn to do. Another really important life lesson that I would encourage everyone to do is learn how to deal with rude people, because everybody out there can be rude sometimes. Not that they're meant to be rude. A lot of times it just happens because they're unhappy with whatever you're doing. So you have to learn how to deal with these people so that you may make everything okay. And you also learn the importance of being on time, like the whole, if you're on time, you're late. If you're 15 minutes early, you're on time. You always want to be on time because it looks good, and it also makes the workplace a lot easier, so that if where I work, if we're shorthanded and I show up 15 minutes early, I can contribute my 15 minutes of being early to them to help them get on track. And it also can help with making more money because you put in more time. You also learn how to complete a list of tasks. We have a board up in the back, and we try to get everything done on that list before we go home. Or we can have our own individual lists, which makes life a lot more easy whenever you get everything done, because it's just that feeling of relief once you get everything done that it's just a really good feeling. You learn to keep to a schedule, getting there on time, doing your stuff, leaving on time. And you improve your self-awareness so that you know where you're at, what you're doing, what needs to be done, where you can help. Some jobs that people can have in high school is, like I do, I work in fast food. You can work at restaurants, coffee shops, retail stores. Anything is good. They like to hire, you have to be 16 to work there most of the time. Any other thing you can do in college. And a lot of people will have jobs in college due to they're going to need money.